you can't tell me I'm good at something.
When
You know what I mean?
I'm good.
Yeah, if I already know, I don't need you to tell me.
All right, so on today's episode, I have a really beautiful lady. Her name is Téja. So obviously, I normally say how I know people, but I know Téja from my internet, from my laptop. I've never met Téja before. I've met Téja live before, but I saw her in a video with her mother and her sister, and she was just talking the talk. I said, okay. And I wanted to get her on this topic. There are a couple of topics I think she can relate to, but one at a time. So we're going to speak on a very exciting topic today. So Téja, tell us a bit about yourself. Téja is going to be representing the future gen, by the way. So tell us a bit about yourself, and then 3 interesting facts about yourself. That's a surprise question.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll go to today's topic.
Okay. So my name is Téja. I'm 19. I'm from Birmingham. I own 2 businesses at the moment. One's called Magic Girls, which is all about empowering Black girls. So we have like T-shirts and other merch that just has like cute slogans on it. So like may contain chocolate, stuff like that. It's because me and my sister, when we were younger, we feel like, you know, you're looking at like fashion magazines and stuff and you just can't see yourself anywhere. We wanted like a space where other girls could see themselves, stuff like that. And then recently, during lockdown, actually, I started my second business, which is selling sunglasses, which is called Miana UK, which is going good, although the weather is not on my side, so people don't want sunglasses when it's raining out.
I don't think it's even the rain. I think, I don't know, well, I would have said people aren't stepping out as much, but...
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that as well. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's my second business. I'm trying to think of 3 interesting facts.
I feel like the word interesting gives a bit of pressure, but any fact about yourself, any fact that people think, raw,
okay. You see that?
Not anyone else, like, about you.
Okay. I actually really enjoy trampolining. That's kind of random, but like I'm quite good at it actually because I've been doing it since I was younger. So I like can do like tricks and flips and stuff. So that's like one of my like stress reliever things. I also like yoga. I feel like especially in the Black community, like we need to do more yoga because I feel like we don't associate with ourselves, and it's like we need to do. It's so good. Like I try to do it in the morning. My family does it as well, so it's a good show. What's the third thing? Interesting fact. My mum used to be a singer. That's quite interesting. She's doing her little thing. She just put out a natural hair book, like a natural hair journey, so you can like document everything. So I'm going to start using that when I take my braids out. So I feel like I'm giving people really boring information, but that's sort of like
boring at all. No. I mean, when you said the yoga part, I said, okay, so that's different. I mean, I think even talking about your businesses at the start was very interesting, and it's like a big achievement because you're a young Black girl, not in London. It's amazing. So you get 5 different facts essentially.
Okay.
Don't mind. We're here for all of it. Okay, so today we're going to be speaking on feminism, air quotes feminism. And before we delve into that topic, I want you to tell us a bit about what family looked like to you when you were growing up. So, I mean, up until the age of 19, what was the definition of family to you? Was it mum and dad and siblings? Was it mum, dad, yourself? Was it uncles, aunties? What was it about?
I feel like family to me was always whoever I felt comfortable around, because I feel like when people associate family, you just think of people who you're related to. And I feel like people you're related to aren't always the people that you would be like, if I need something, I'm going to go to you, or I'm comfortable staying with you, or anything like that. So to me, it was just whoever I was comfortable with. So my parents, I never knew my parents when they were together. Like I never knew them together. I always lived with my mom. But I had a good relationship with my dad. So I'd go back and forth there. When I'd go there, that's family. When I was at home, that's family. I definitely had more family that I felt close to on my dad's side, which is, I don't know if that's weird because I lived with my mom.
I guess it's because spending some time with them, right? So they're probably making them
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah. But I was also on my dad's side, I was also the baby of the family. Whereas in my mom's house, I'm the oldest. So it's a very different experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you had so your family was beyond the blood relation stuff. You had like I mean close friends as well, family friends that were all
Yeah.
your upbringing as well. Okay. And was it a thing where your dad's side and his entire family and your mum's side and her entire family all raised you up, or was it more your mum that did the raising up? How was that?
I'd say my mom, it's weird because I wouldn't say my mom's side, I'd just say my mom.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
mom and my nan, because I lived with my nan and my mom for a long time. And so I'd just say like my two moms, like they raised me up. And then when I went to my dad's side, I had a different experience. So like when I was with my mom, I was very sheltered as a child. And I think it's because of like because of her status. She was very it was very important to her to like keep me safe, so she didn't really like let me do anything. But then when I went to my dad's house, I wasn't Jamilia's child anymore. I was just one of the kids. So then I had totally different experiences, you know, like it might sound stupid, but like even like just going out and playing for hours, like my mom was very like, where is she?
Understandably.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I think I was raised at home, but I was taught a lot of lessons outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to paint the picture of what life was like. Okay. So I feel like you're still a young girl, but you've transitioned to women. So throughout this teenage process, whatever, into your late teens, have you always felt like you're able to dream? I know you had your mum as an example, but today is you are focusing on today. So even though you saw it and it was possible to dream, because obviously your mum's been able to achieve those things, do you still feel like you were able to dream by yourself as Téja? Do you feel like, yeah, without mum I can still do it? I mean, you probably didn't want to sing.
Yeah.
Anything else? Do you feel like you were always able to dream and do whatever you wanted to do? Say you wanted to be a pilot, an engineer, a horsekeeper, I don't know.
Yeah. No, 100%. I always felt like anything that I wanted to do, as long as I worked hard, I like believe, and I still believe that now. Like if I want to change what I want to do, I've always felt like no matter what it is, like there was a point in time where I wanted to. Okay, it's gonna sound really stupid, but when I was younger, I was like my.
Oh wait, hold. Okay, let me hear it. Let's see this. It can't be bad. I can fight you.
When I was really, really young, like 8, I was like, I want to drive an ice cream van. And as I grew older, I was like, I want to start a chain of ice cream vans. And for a long time, that was like my bit, like that was where I was going. Like that was my business plan, like for life. Like I was just, like, and I thought my kids were gonna work in the van, and like everyone was just gonna work in the vans. But by the time I got to like 13, I was like, no. I was just like, no.
No, though, because people are making money in the. I mean, it's quite a bit of a seasonal thing, isn't it? So
Yeah.
But the thing
could work.
Exactly, like, you can't knock the house because money in the like. Who would have thought Zoom? Who would have thought being online everything up until this year, and the guy's making tons of money.
That's true.
I'll be supporting.
But no, like I had the most random dreams, but anything it was, like I genuinely thought I could always do it. And even now I just feel like as long as I work for it, because I don't expect anything. I think that's really important in life for anyone. Just don't expect anything, no matter what your circumstances. If you want something, you definitely have to go and put in the effort yourself. So yeah, that's definitely, I've never felt like I can't do anything, which is good, I guess.
Yeah, I like the point you just made about not expecting anything. I think that's like one of my mantras. One of the only items I've bought from Rival, and I've bought like 3 items from Rival in my entire life because I feel like they just pick prices from the sky. That's a side note.
Yeah.
But yeah, one t-shirt I got from there literally says expect nothing, appreciate everything. And I think not expecting stuff, that's when there's some like disappointment because you're like, yeah, it's gonna make £1,000 here, and then you make it like, okay.
You're like, oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very important. Expect nothing, appreciate everything. Okay, so next question. how did you learn to change that narrative? So as much as you're a young Black girl,
Mhm.
in Birmingham, put aside your mum's success,
Mhm.
especially well, her industry, um,
Mhm.
how did you, what do you think was pushing you to just be like, yeah, ice cream van, yeah, shoes, yeah, whatever you wanted to get into? What do you think was that maybe that film, that energy to be like, I don't care, I'm still dreaming? Like, what do you think?
I think it was a lot to do with like a lot of my childhood was I was always, not in a bad way, but I was always connected to my mom. So I was always her daughter, or do you know what I mean? And I always feel like it was always in me that when I need to be my own, I need to have my own everything. Like I always feel like it needs to be mine, because I feel like there's I wanted to set my own expectations for who I was. I wanted to be my own person, do you know what I mean? So I feel like that kind of came, I feel like that's where it came from, to be honest. And then I don't think that's the reason anymore, but now I'm just more, yeah, it's just more important to me to have my own everything. And I also encourage everyone around me, like it's something that I encourage in everyone. And it's kind of weird, like people are always like, Tasia, calm down, but like they'll be like, oh, I just like let her to do this on my nails, and I'm like, yeah, you should do that, you could start a business, you could, like, people will pay for that. And then they're like, and I'm like, no, like this is what we're meant to do, like you're meant to own it, like own it, own your own. Yeah,
It's a very good mentality to have as well, because someone on the flip side can be like, yeah, my mom's making all that shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Some people don't care.
yeah, no,
People
100%.
out. Like, yeah, if I mean, I don't have anyone famous in my family, to be honest. But if I had someone famous, I could have been the opposite, complete opposite of you, and be like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's whatever. But from a young age, and I will still like to think you're young. I mean, I still think I'm young. I think like you're
Yeah.
but it's nice to see that you develop that mentality from early. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to be, isn't it, and be able to acquire your own success. And
Yeah.
you've done it. So like you've done it. You put your foot in the door. It's many doors. Like you haven't just got one. I was just looking at a buy. I see CEO, and I'm just oh, like it's amazing. It's so amazing. Like some people dream this, right? But you're living it. Do you know what I mean? And it's not. I mean, it's not necessarily a thing where it has to be successful today. The goal is to be successful, but you're learning from all those experiences. So like, well done. You shine. Okay. So next one is I mean, I feel like I've already asked this question, the inspiration, and you just said that the success of your mum as well had an influence. Okay, so do you feel like at your age now, because I feel like younger, I feel like I'm pushing it a bit, but at your age now, do you feel like society has painted women, particularly women of color? We can add that, we cannot add, if you have two answers for that, that'll be fine. I hate that word, women of color.
Yeah.
Women, African,
Black women.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel like we're expected to only be successful to a certain level?
I feel like first of all, Black women are always expected to. I don't know how to explain this. Maybe in a crowd of white people, the Black woman is always expected to be able to do something. Now, I feel like you can't, as a Black woman, you can't just be a Black woman just getting along like everyone else. It always has to be, oh, can you sing or can you dance? So it's just like, why do we always have to perform? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here for your entertainment all the time, and I feel like that's a problem. I feel like it's weird because literally anything a Black woman does, I'm like, yeah, I'm supporting it. And sometimes I might not always be in support of it, but I will never show anyone else that I'm against it. Does that make sense? So because I feel like if I show you I'm against, if we show that we're not on the same page, then it fuels white people. That's what I think happens. So I feel like Black women are expected to do more all the time, but we're also only expected to do more in certain fields.
Okay.
Yeah, we're expected to go over the top in music, or if you want to be a black actress, you have to be phenomenal. You can't be a good actress, and I think that's instilled in black people anyway. We have to do everything 10 times better than everyone. Yeah, to even get in the door. But I feel like there's always an expectation of us that no one else has. And I don't actually know if it's always negative. I don't know if it's
if we think it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, we are excelling in many fields.
Yeah, but the thing is,
as usual. Pardon?
That pressure. I mean, I don't mind the expectation. However, I do mind if I don't deliver. You are now going to label me more than you've already been labeling me as it is. Like you said, expected to thrive. I mean, depending on the industry or whatever.
Well, I think all the problems that we have and all these expectations, all this pressure, it's never within our own circles. It's always within a white circle. And so if we removed this white circle, we never feel this way. And I feel like when we become independent, whether that's financially, just when we are able to only exist in our own circles, we won't have this problem. I'm sure if we went back to our home countries, none of them are going to feel pressured in a room full of, no matter what jobs they're going into, they're not feeling pressured to be anything.
Competition back home.
It's definitely a Black British problem, because we are always in circles of people who don't know us, don't understand us, and they just see what they can get from us all the time. So I feel like that is why we have this pressure that we don't need to have. When we create our own circles, there's no pressure. I think it's about who we want to be validated by. Because you can't tell me I'm good at something.
When
you know what I mean?
I'm good.
Yeah, if I already know, I don't need you to tell me. But I feel like even stuff like actresses, you're not good until you get a white person's award. Like,
yeah.
Like,